I was so fat and nasty. I would eat anything.
And so if you want a better life, I may as well say it. Try and lose some weight. Everything gets better if you were to lose some weight. Fat shaming existed when I was a young man. Less people were fat back then than they are now.
Fat shaming doesn't need to end. It needs to make a comeback.
Coach Greg, in today's video, bring fat shaming back. And so the United States government, they hire Mike Tyson, of all people, to motivate people to lose weight. And how do they do that? By fat shaming them into submission. Now me, I'm all for it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. How has it been working so far? Like, whatever methods that they've been trying to motivate the world, you know, to make them compliant, to help them to lose weight, how's it been working so far?
Mike, what a joy to have you with us today. You're going to help us make an even bigger difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. Eat real food. Eat real food. Trust me.
I want to know from you, do you agree with Mike Tyson? Are people fudgy? Are they out of shape? Are they eating too much processed food? Do they need to learn to put the fork down and perhaps eat some fruits and vegetables?
My sister's name was Denise. She died of obesity at 25.
That's a great hook. I mean, not great for Mike, but is he not open, honest, and transparent? His sister died of obesity, and so he understands just how bad it really is.
I was so fat and nasty. I would eat anything. I was like 345 pounds.
Mike Tyson himself as well suffers from the obesity gene. You know what Oprah Winfrey was saying? That you can just eat your face off. And so because of that, Mike blew up to 345 pounds, hated himself, didn't want to exist, wanted to end himself.
A quart of ice cream every hour. I had so much self-hate when I was like that. I just wanted to kill myself.
I don't know about you, but that's pretty vulnerable. To admit that, a superstar athlete, the best boxer of all time, I was a fat piece of shit and wanted to end things. My sister died of the same thing. And so I'm hanging on every word. Mike is spilling his guts trying to help people. Now, of course, he's being paid millions of dollars to do this, but it's still the truth nonetheless. And so I don't care why he's saying this message. He's saying it, and it is, in fact, going to help a lot of people. Now, it may not help a bunch of liberals who perhaps have blue and green hair and think that everyone should just love their bodies, but it's going to help, you know, real men. You think that this commercial from Mike Tyson is directed at women? It's the fucking Super Bowl.
Well, that was the dumbest and most insensitive ad I've seen in like forever.
And so I can respect Dr. Ids for saying what he thinks. In the same way, I'm telling you what I think. We don't have to think the same thing. I'm sure some of his points are valid, but some probably not. And same for myself.
Firstly, Mike openly said that he wanted to end himself when he was fatter. So he admitted to suffering from shame, self-hatred and distress.
No. He admitted that he hated the way that he looked so much that he thought, why would I want to be here? He didn't admit that other people were making fun of him. He didn't admit any of that. Now, frankly, for the average person, probably a lot of people are going to make fun of you. But with Mike, guy with millions of followers, millions of dollars, and remember, he's a world heavyweight champion. How many people are walking up to him and making fun of him? That would not end well. And so just because he didn't want to be here doesn't mean that everyone's making fun of him. Now, another thing. When people go to the gym that are 300 or 400 pounds, nobody's making fun of them. Like, rare. Like, I've personally never seen it. I've gone to the gym thousands of times. Rare. What do you think people are doing when we see somebody who's 400 pounds in the gym? We're thinking, good on you. You're the one of the ones who are actually working, who are trying, who are attempting to lose the weight. Everyone can respect that. But people don't respect those who don't try. You're 400 pounds and you sit there and you do nothing, you eat shit. Why would anyone respect that? In comparison, they're joining the gym. Perhaps it's New Year's Day. I don't care. And they try and they're eating an apple. You really think that people are going to make fun of them for trying to lose weight, for trying to better themselves? It's not happening.
Then, in the same breath, he laughs when calling Americans obese and fudgy.
They are. And it's kind of funny because it's totally done to themselves. They are doing it to themselves. Especially in today's world where you have supplements, for example, the GLP-1s, you can get these things. There's testosterone if you have low levels of testosterone and clomiphene. Remember, you can go and get these things at AlgoRx. You can get medications prescribed by doctors, pharmaceutical. You can get your blood work done. Code Greg 10% off. Have you even tried my own GLP Max? Oral pills. Oh, I don't like injecting. Have you tried that? Have you gotten my cookbook or the Circle Diet book? And so if you're not trying, not even attempting, then why should we be cheering for you? GO2 Max to help you with cardio to get more energy after. The Turk Builder Max. You really think the world would be obese if they were using Turk Builder Max, GO2 Max, and so on? Going to the gym, doing cardio, eating from my cookbook? It wouldn't happen. It would not.
So the message to millions of fat people is basically, I hated myself when I looked like you, but I'm also going to mock you.
Yeah, pretty much. Bring bullying back. When I was growing up, people made fun of people who were fat. We did. You did that. And so what did that instill in you? I probably should try not to be fat. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And so here's the truth. If you're fat as a man, remember this is for the Super Bowl, you're going to be less attractive to women. Less women are going to want to talk to you, want to be with you. And even with your job, you're going to make less money. Obese men and women, of course, it's harder for you to get a good job. You go to the job interview and you're 400 pounds and you're competing against bro who's 6'5", blue eyes in finance. How do you think that's going to go? Now, it's possible you get the job because you're just so much overqualified in comparison. But on average, trust me, you're not getting the halo effect when you're 400 pounds. It's the harsh truth and reality of the world. And so if you want a better life, hey, I may as well say it. Try and lose some weight. If you really want to complain that this world isn't treating you fairly, that you can't get a good girl, you can't get a good job, and you're out of shape, everything is winning you, the stairs are slowing you down, you can't play in sports, you don't enjoy this, you don't enjoy that, everything gets better if you were to lose some weight. Fat shaming existed when I was a young man, and less people were fat back then than they are now. And so the problem is that Mike Tyson's commercial actually works for a lot of real men. Perhaps not liberals with blue hair who are soft and doughy and fatty and, what's the word he used? Fudgy. Fudgy men won't want to hear it, perhaps. But real men will. And some real men, people that actually care, they'll watch the video, they'll watch the commercial, and it'll be a wake-up call. Wow, even Mike was fat? And he looks like that now? Mike was fat. Mike Tyson, that athlete, had the obesity gene as bad as mine. And what is he doing? He's probably doing cardio. He's probably eating healthier. And so maybe I can do that too. Maybe I too can lose weight.
Do they genuinely think that heavier people are unaware that fruits and vegetables are healthier than cakes and sweets? Do they think this is a knowledge gap issue?
No, it's not a knowledge gap issue. It's a not giving a shit gap. They don't give a shit. That's why I call them fat, lazy pieces of shit, because they don't give a shit about their bodies. I can't stand it, really, when somebody is given health. They're given a body. Cancer-free, no problems. They're not even in a wheelchair. And they sit there and waste it when other people are laying in their deathbeds wishing they had one day like you to go out and explore the world. And you sit there and feed yourself shit and drink your poison, alcohol that is, and you don't give a shit until it's too late. And then you make fun of people for trying to warn you now before it's too late.
I was so fat and nasty. I would eat anything. I was like 345 pounds.
Notice how he calls himself fat and nasty. Last I checked, when you are in the example, when you're talking about yourself, you technically can say whatever you want. It's not like he's been a shredded Mike Tyson, single-digit body fat his entire life. He once was you. He once was 345 pounds. And in fact, he was far more obese than most of you. And remember, when you've been shredded your entire life, a supreme specimen of an athlete, and you then suddenly gain 100 plus pounds of fat. Do you know how much harder that is to accept mentally, to look at the reflection in the mirror and see the opposite of what you remember? Think of it. I've been fairly lean my entire life. I mean, there was a point where I was in my low 20% body fat, but generally speaking, I've been very lean. I've had a lot of muscle. Imagine if I woke up tomorrow, 345 pounds of fat, like Mike Tyson. How do you think I would feel? I would feel worse than those who have been 345 pounds for years. They're used to it. They know no difference. Trust me, Mike Tyson knows what it's like, or in fact, worse than most people. Once you've been shown the way, once you know what it's like to feel good, to literally be fit, to have good cardio, to not smoke cigarettes, to not be an alcoholic, to not drink alcohol all the time, which is poison, it's a class 1 carcinogen, to not do those stupid things. When you lose that fitness, you want it back. But if you've never had it in the first place, you don't know what you're missing.
A quart of ice cream every hour. I had so much self-hate when I was like that. I just wanted to kill myself.
He hated himself, and he was eating ice cream on the hour. I mean, how bad does that sound?
We're the most powerful country in the world, and we have the most obese, fudgy people.
And so the world is up in arms. He said we have obese, fudgy people. How dare you say fudgy? Are we that turking soft? To me, fudgy is kind of a polite way of saying that you're fat. If I said to somebody in a video, hey, America has a lot of fudgy people, versus America has a lot of people who are obese, a lot of people who are fat, a lot of people who are chubby. Which word sounds the best? And so I think he's being nice at this point. You don't think that this was scripted?
Something has to be done about processed food in this country.
If you all avoided eating processed food and had fruits and vegetables, don't you think most of you would lose weight? Now, I'm not talking about most of you would look like Mike Tyson or even a Coach Greg, but you would lose some weight. It's not about being perfect. It's about being better than you are. And so far, how is it working for you? Yeah, whatever you've been doing. Now, they could have used my cookbook. Mike Tyson could have said, Coach Greg, get his cookbook. If you get the cookbook, you're going to lose weight. Could have said that, but they chose not to. They could have. There was nothing wrong with that. Could have done all the politest things in the world, and all the doctors would say, amazing. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to just promote Coach Greg, the voice of reason, the man who tells you like it is, the man who has created a diet. Many of you haven't even read my book, The Circle Diet. Lose weight, eat, be full, satiated, all at the same time. What's the secret? Higher protein, lower calorie dense foods. Fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, Greek yogurts, and so on. But you don't want to do it. You'd rather be lazy. You'd rather sit on your ass and not do the cardio. Why would you want to do the things that work? The things that have been proven to work. Doing a lot of cardio is going to keep you in a deficit. Eating fewer calories, eating fruits and vegetables, it's going to make you lose weight. It's clearly going to work, but you don't want to do it because you're lazy. Oh, but I only have 24 hours in a day. Everyone has the same 24 hours. There's time to do cardio for everyone. And even if there wasn't, perhaps 1% of you, there's no time. For whatever reason, you got no time. Eat less. Eating takes time. And so the less food you put in your mouth, let's say you take 50 bites. If you took 25, that would save you 25 bites worth of time. And so if you don't have time, you could just eat less. Oh, but I can't do that. Why? Because you watch the stupid Super Bowl commercials that tell you to eat junk food, donuts, candies, cake, beer, ice cream. And you eat those. How is it okay for those commercials to exist, but Mike's commercial cannot? Really? Think about it. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, like the video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch at least one of those 2 bloops. Get the friggin' cookbooks, buy the supplements, get the friggin' Blue Lobster pre-workout, go to the gym and do something, and stop blaming other people. Stop acting like you have no control over your own body. Code Greg, 15% off. And of course, we're looking for HDLT sponsored athletes. If you have a large following, whatever you want to promote this, please click the link. And if you want to carry HDLT supplements in your store and or gym, click the link. And until next time, I am out. Oh, and if you're looking for a coach, a real coach, legit, help you get into shape of your life, apply right now. Click the link. And until next time, I am out.